May 5th.
Oh.
Let's go 5-on-5.
Talk to me.
On 5-5 with what you need to know around the NBA playoffs. You need to know that the Knicks opened up a conference semifinal series with a 39-point win over the 76ers of Philadelphia. Their largest win in a home playoff game in franchise history. New York's two largest playoff wins have come in back-to-back games now. In San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama had 12 blocks Monday night, the most in a playoff game since blocks were first fully recorded in 1973-74. He had a triple-double. But Anthony Edwards returned to the T-Wolves lineup coming off the bench as Minnesota took Game 1 in San Antonio over the Spurs 104-102. And as for tonight, Game 1, Cavs-Pistons in Detroit. These teams splitting the regular season series 2 games aside, with the Cavs winning the most recent matchup, that on March the 3rd. And then there's also Game 1 of the Lakers Thunder from OKC. And with a win, the defending champs would be the first to start the playoffs 5-0 since the 2017 Cavaliers, the first defending champs to do that.
That was 5-on-5. Now we're running twos with Jay Williams and Alan Hahn joining the program.
I want to guard Allen, please. Thank you.
That's fine. We're going to play a zone defense.
That's the right move.
Yeah.
That's the right move.
We're going to play zone.
Yeah,
before we get to tonight, man, let's recap last night. Alan, you were in the building for Sixers, Knicks, Game 1. What was your biggest takeaway from a 39-point win for New York?
Yeah, we haven't seen this kind of surplus since the Wolf of Wall Street. Like what you're seeing right now with this Knick offense and the ability to outscore your opponent by ridiculous numbers, it has been, dare I say, a garden party. It has been fun to watch. And I've always said it's not the Knicks playoffs if it's not excruciating. But yet these last 4 games have not been excruciating. And it's something they have figured out. I don't know. Can you really find your offense in the middle of a playoff series like they did against the Hawks? They might have. And let's not overlook how good they've been defensively.
Hey, guys, I would say that I frankly thought last night, for the first time in ever, that this is a team that feels like they can win an NBA championship. Like, I've never said that about the Knicks before. I thought the Knicks can get to the Eastern Conference Finals. But, you know, it was last year that we were talking about how tired this team looked and how much they over-relied on Jalen Brunson. And they're making a coaching change. Like any season, you go through ebbs and flows. But watching the job Mike Brown has done with this team, watching their depth, watching the way Karl Anthony Towns has played, watching how their offense opens up the floor. Granted, it's due to the matchup, but also watching the way they compete on the defensive end. It was the first time since I've said that in my history of doing television here with ESPN. Never said it before.
Don't you do that, Jay? Don't you give hope.
I
drive a man insane.
Alan, I know we talk about this all the time, Alan. I'm sorry.
It was the second straight game for the Knicks where the starters didn't have to play in the fourth quarter. Let's get to a guy normally a starter who came off the bench for Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, saying that he was, quote-unquote, disappointed in himself despite scoring 18 points off the bench. Alan, what did you make of Ant's performance last night?
Well, inspiring first and foremost, because to be able to recover from an injury like that, we all saw the replays of it, and sometimes too many replays. It makes you want to look away when you hyperextend your knee like that. But for the fact that he's able to come back, I love he comes off the bench. And then in the fourth quarter, when he just starts to feel it, now he's getting his rhythm back, that's when he told everybody, oh, I'm back. His ability to make shots the way he did at a high level, 11 points, and help his team to a Game 1 upset win. Very, very impressive stuff for a young leader.
Alan, remember when Giannis a couple of years ago in the NBA Finals hyperextended that knee and we watched it over and over and over again and obviously came back for a monstrous game? But think about the way Giannis plays. Yeah, exactly. Giannis plays more north to south, right? And obviously being 6'9", he can bulldoze over people. What was impressive to me last night about Anthony Edwards is that he plays way more east to west. And if you look at how he has to move and how he has to really plant on that leg to get from side to side, for him that 18 points, but also for him to aggressively attack in the fourth quarter, I think a lot of people forget. We've been on the train about the San Antonio Spurs all year long, and it's been deserving. But this Minnesota Timberwolves team have been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. They have experience, and they believe they belong. And that is something dangerous about them being such underdogs in this series.
It was the Oklahoma City Thunder that they couldn't get through last year. The Thunder went on to win the NBA title. Game 1 tonight against the Lakers. Oklahoma City, a 15.5-point favorite in Game 1. Alan, how much of a chance are you giving LA, if any, in this series?
I'll take Oklahoma. I'll lay the points. I mean, I don't see how the Lakers really have an avenue to a win. I don't even know if they have a win in this series in a game. If they do, it's remarkable because you really need Luka in this series more than ever just for the offense. Look at the points per game alone. That's all you need to know right now. LeBron James did an unbelievable job in that first round, getting them those 3 wins, getting them that series win without Reeves and Luka. Reeves comes back, that's a good thing. But it would take a lot for the Lakers to even get a win in this series, unfortunately.
OKC is so much better than the Rockets are at almost every position, guys. And look at some of the challenges that the Rockets provided for the Lakers. I mean, you talk about Chet Holmgren, who can protect the rim, playing at a very high level. You think about if J-Dub comes back in this series, which I think he will, he'll be aggressive. Think about Lou Dort on LeBron James, who can be extremely disruptive. Cason Wallace on Austin Reeves has had him a prisoner for a long time. We talk about the Lakers and continuity offensively. Cason Wallace can take Austin Reeves out of the game. I'm with you, Alan. I think this thing is a sweep. Look, if LeBron James finds a way to win this series, then just stop all the GOAT debates. Just stop it.
Come on.
If that happens. I don't see it happening, but if it does, just stop it.
All right, more from Alan and Jay coming up.
Not saying like there's any pressure on any of my teammates, but it takes pressure off of everybody just knowing that I'm out there, I'm available to play. And just, doing what I do best, just trying to put the ball in the hoop.
It's a lot on me because obviously my game wasn't feeling good tonight, and that's where the team is going to look for me, And, if I had been better, if the offensive leaders of our team had been better, it would have been different. So basically, if everything was different, it would have been different.
Danny Green won titles with 3 different teams. The Spurs were one of them. Danny, you know how menacing this venue can be for visitors. Ant goes for 18 off the bench, game 1 road upset. What was your biggest takeaway from this healthier Minnesota team and how Ant played here in this game?
That they're just relentless, man. They don't care who it is that they match up with. They're going to defy the odds. They're going right at your chest, right in your face, and they're going to be gritty. They're going to take on the challenge. They have next man up mentality. Everybody stepped up and played well. Julius Randle, McDaniels, Terrence Shannon Jr., even Mike Conley pitched in. Like, they had some great production from all parties. Nas Reed, Bones Highland, and it didn't look like he was that affected. Like, he still played well, knocked down shots, controlled the tempo of the game. And also, this ain't going to be easy. It doesn't matter who it is you face. This is the playoffs. This is the second round. You're not going to just sweep anybody. The Spurs and San Antonio, the youth that they have, the immaturity, the experience, they need to find a sense of urgency. And this is a wake-up call for them, and we'll see how they bounce back.
Road teams entered 1-15 all-time in Game 1s in San Antonio. Danny, don't go too far. We had another Game 1 statement at MSG.
Eastern Conference semifinals.